joining me today.
My pleasure.
I
Thanks for
like
having
him.
me.
This is Joey
So
whatever.
I have
He's a comedian.
probably
that tells...
7 or 8 really deep questions.
Hey, can you join
well,
me,
I think
Jimmy
they are. I think
Dotru?
by the
Jimmy,
end you'll
whatever
think,
your name
this guy's
is.
really deep, or this is a complete schmuck. Why did they sign me up for him again?
Okay.
So first thing I wanted to go through with you. Shocked, but I expected this, but it's come out in the last couple of days that the Russian Federation Army waltzed into Kharkiv, Ukraine.
Good!
Completely undeterred.
That's good.
Hundreds
Fuck
of millions
Ukraine.
of dollars of U.S. taxpayer money that went to the area.
Why are we giving them our money? Stop!
It was fake contractor jobs, and these people just pocketed the money. So essentially, all of the worry and rumors about this war being a grift.
That's another thing Joe Biden should be fucking put in jail for. Fucking laundering money to other countries.
Fraud and money laundering has just absolutely been proven true. Ukraine being the most corrupt country in Europe has just been proven true. What are your thoughts on this?
On Trump?
Story coming out about hundreds of millions of dollars literally going to fake contract jobs.
Disgusting.
Well, we've been saying that here since the day one of this war. Sending
this is Jimmy Dotru.
Hundreds of billions of dollars to the most corrupt country in Europe without any oversight.
He basically makes the news
then
funny.
When people demand to have
but it's
oversight
true
for it
news.
in Congress, they get voted down. So it just, just imagine what they could have spent that money here. Maybe people could have clean water in Flint, Michigan.
Right? Why not?
Anyway, it's
fucking Biden's a terrorist. That's why.
I try to explain to people that our government isn't. When I say our government is 100% corrupt, they think like, Donald Trump got his kid hooked up a business deal with his kids with the Saudis, or Joe Biden got his kid
he knows that's all bullshit.
On the Ukraine Energy Board. That's regular corruption. So, but what I'm talking about is nothing really happens in Washington unless there's corruption, right? Unless it serves a donor, or if it serves
not really
the
with
corporate
Trump,
class.
though.
And that's exactly what the Ukraine war is. You said it. It's a money laundering operation.
Exactly.
And that's what we're bankrupting. We're ending the way all empires end. I tweeted out a video.
He's right. How the Roman Empire end, how the Chinese dynasty and fucking 12,000 BC or whatever, the Roman Empire, we're ending our civilization just like how all the other major world powers ended theirs. Continuing on. The
other day, and it kind of went viral, and it's me sitting in front of a video, and the globe of the Earth is spinning, and it's got a blue dot for every U.S. military base, and it's just completely covered. No matter where you look, Central America, Latin America, South America, you look in Africa, the Middle East, of course, Europe, surrounding China, Thailand, Singapore, the Philippines. So we're ending this way. We're bankrupting our country. We're printing money to do this, which causes inflation, which devalues the dollar.
Yeah.
And we're not doing it to help us, right?
We're doing it to help
if we
other
got
people.
something out of this, maybe economically I can see, but we're not.
That's why I'm saying we should give Crimea to Russia, take Ukraine, make that our 51st state, and if Canada wants to cry about the tariffs we're going to put on them, well, you know what? We should do what Trump joked about and not make it a joke and make Canada our 52nd state.
And now finally, there are some leaders in Europe that are standing up against this Ukraine war and the sanctions that we're putting on Russia on top of it, which are hurting the United States.
Exactly.
And hurting Europe. And so Europe, when we blew up the Nord Stream pipeline, that hurt Europe. Now Europe, because they still need that energy, right? So we thought, well, we're going to sell them that liquefied natural gas. Well, what is happening is they're just getting it other ways from Russia, and now they have to spend more money. So Germany, for instance, is spending 2, 3, 4 times the price for energy as they were before we blew up the Nord Stream pipeline. So we're doing all this. It's a proxy war with the United States and Russia. It's to hurt them economically, And Russia's doing much better than they ever were. And who's hurting? The United States is hurting again. And that's because the people who run this country, and it's not hyperbole when I say they don't work for the voters. We literally live in an oligarchy. This is what it looks like.
there's a racetrack right there.
And nobody wants that money going to Ukraine anymore, but it's still going to go to Ukraine. Just like people don't, 70% of the country wants a ceasefire in Israel, Gaza. You ain't getting it. Biden just gave them more arms, more money just yesterday.
Why?
So,
Why are we giving more
again,
money?
the government,
Why?
Congress,
That's
the
stupid.
president,
Why?
They don't work for us.
How about give
They
us
work
American
for a handful
citizens
of
that save
billionaires
money and help us?
corporations
Fuck
that
Ukraine.
actually run things. And that's proven by a Princeton study.
The amount of money we've given Ukraine at this point, like I said, I'm going to repeat it again. We need to tell Russia, look, we're going to give you Crimea. You can have all of Crimea. The rest of Ukraine is ours. That's our 51st state. That's what I think Trump needs to do. And then say, you know what? We're taking the rest of Ukraine for all these billions of dollars that Joe Biden gave your bitch asses.
10 years ago now. So that's not just my guess. That's not an accusation. That's a research modified fact.
Hey, I found the biggest dickhead on the
So,
road. He's behind me in a Cybertruck.
Want to turn hair loss into hair
Oh, here he
gain?
comes. Right, that's not a pass. That's the biggest dickhead on the road coming up. You know what would actually cost more in electricity than if you were to just drive that thing on gas?
Years to get a healthy allowance card to spend on groceries, prescriptions,
Scan.
You know, people then always say to me, well, what do we do, right? Because voting isn't going to get us out of this.
Yeah, it
Voting
did
for
this
Trump
time.
isn't going to get us out
Yeah,
of
it
this,
is.
right? Trump is maybe a slightly milder version of Joe Biden in some ways,
What?
and
No,
maybe
it's not.
worse in other ways.
I disagree with you on that.
You know, Donald Trump still wants credit for the vaccine. He gave Fauci a medal. And he won't reverse on that.
Well,
He
yeah,
won't
because
admit that that was
everybody wanted a
bad
vaccine. He
idea.
gave them what they wanted. How are you going to
And
be mad at him
he's
for that?
now proposing. He made sure the last round of money to Ukraine got through, and he's even more hawkish on Israel, Gaza than Biden, if that's possible.
Well, this guy don't know what he's
But
talking about.
100,000 people just showed up at a rally for Donald Trump in Philadelphia.
More than
Because
that.
they're desperate for change. But I hate to break it to you, the change you think that you want is not coming from Donald Trump.
Yeah, it is.
So
You're an
what
idiot.
can we do?
The change of getting all these migrants out of our country is the change I want. That's what I do want done. Oh, wait. What's this?
Of the arrangement between the Biden family and CEFC. I want to submit both WhatsApp text messages for the record, Mr. Chairman.
Oh,
Without
board
objection
hearings
to
on Biden's
Okay, now
impeachment.
to the money flow. This is where the rubber meets the road. On August 3rd, they actually stipulate through WhatsApp text messages the exact stipulations of the deal. On August 4th, $100,000 is wired into Owasco PC from CEFC infrastructure. Mr. Chairman, I want to submit for the record a portion of the bank statement for the time period August 3rd of 2017 to August 31, 2017, stipulating $100,000 going from CEFC into the bank account of Hunter Biden through Owasco PC.
Without
God
objection to order.
damn.
On August 8th, 4 days later, $5 million is then transferred from the Northern International Capital account of $5 million to Hudson West III. Hudson West III is a bank account controlled by Hunter Biden and Mr. Gong Wang, aka Kevin Dong, who is a CEFC associate. That money comes from the Northern International Capital bank account that is tied to the CCP. Mr. Chairman, I want to submit for the record the bank statement demonstrating that transfer. On August 8th, the same time period, there is a wire transfer of $400,000 to Owasco PC from the Hudson West III bank account. That $400,000, Mr. Chairman, I have the transfer records in the bank accounts from the August time period. I want to submit that for the record.
Without objection to order.
Now, here's where the fun stuff comes in, everybody, and I got a minute to do it, so we're going to get this done. On August 14th, there is $150,000 that is transferred from Owasco PC, which is controlled by Hunter Biden, to Lion Hall Group, which is controlled by James Biden. I have the records here, Mr. Chairman, of the $150,000 that has gone to Lion Hall Group from Owasco PC. I want to submit that for the record.
Without objection to order.
On August 28th, and I believe we have a screenshot for everybody in the room. On August 28th, Mr. Chairman, we have the withdrawal ticket from Lion Hall Group that is signed by Sarah Biden, who is the wife of Jim Biden, for $50,000 to withdraw from Lion Hall Group. I want to submit that withdrawal receipt for the record.
Without objection to order.
On September 3rd, on August 28th, actually, Mr. Chairman, we have the deposit reference into Sarah Jones Biden's account on the same day she withdrew it from Lion Hall. I want to submit
Without
that.
objection to order.
Last document. On September 3rd, 2007, from Sarah Biden's own personal account, there is a check that is written to Joseph Robinette Biden Jr., the President of the United States today, for $40,000, signed loan repayment. A loan repayment, by the way, that Joe Biden's own personal accountant, Mr. Eric Schwerin, has no record for. I want to submit that for the record, Mr. Chairman.
Without objection to order.
To the members of the committee, it is clear that the source of this money came from CEFC, and that CEFC is a company that is directly linked to the CCP and actually the chairman of the CCP, the chairman of the Chinese Communist Party, Chairman Xi Jinping. With that, I yield.
Seal Cortez from New York.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Bobulinski, I heard your opening statement, submitted to the record, part of our proceedings. I have a quick question. Simple. Is it your testimony today that you personally witnessed President Joe Biden commit a crime?
I believe the fact that he was sitting with me while I was putting together a
Did you
video-
witness the president commit a crime? Is it your testimony today?
Yes.
And what crime have you witnessed?
How much time do I have to go through it?
It is simple. You name the crime. Did you watch him steal something?
Corruption statutes, RICO, and conspiracy.
What is it? What is the crime, sir? Specifically.
You asked me to answer the question. I answered the question.
No.
RICO, you're obviously not familiar with. Corruption
Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir. RICO is not a crime. It is a category. What is the
it's a category of crimes that you're then charged.
You have charges.
A long 100.
You have charges, sir. Please
the
name.
Exact statute
Sir,
on RICO.
yes.
Well, it's funny. In this committee room, everyone's not here. There's over 18
All right, sir. I reclaim my time.
lawyers that
I
went to
reclaim
law
my
school.
time.
I'll
I
leave
reclaim
it
my
up to
time.
you guys
Okay,
to
thank
define
you,
the
sir. I
statute.
reclaim my time. Clearly, what we are seeing here today is a continuation of the 15-month saga of the Republican majority lost in the desert. Impeachment 101. The majority party, or whomever is raising impeachment, must accuse the president of a high crime, a specific high crime or misdemeanor. I would like to submit to the record HRES 918, the House resolution to open this impeachment inquiry.
Without objection to order.
This resolution does not outline a high crime or misdemeanor. It's not here. Now, when we compare the chairman's opening from his previous opening, he's talking about Ukraine and Burisma and all of this. This entire inquiry is based on a blockbuster piece of information that was in a classified SCIF room. And inside that room was a document alleging President Biden directly of a $10 million bribery scheme. A $10 million bribery scheme.
We'll be right back.
First questions are for you.
Fact.
Did Hunter Biden call Joe Biden with Elaine Baturina on the line on May 4th, 2014, yes or no?